Am I the asshole for telling my husband that I don't want to be a single mom of 3 kids?
Oh, okay. All right.
So my husband, 42 male, and me, 31 female, have been married for 12 years.
I'm sorry. Say that again. I'm so sorry.
So my husband, X equals... I'm sorry. So my... EX.
Yeah.
EX, because like he's your ex.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. So my husband, 42 male, and me, 31 female, have been married for 12 years.
Didn't you say...
Shut up.
In this episode, on the today's recording,
don't point out my hypocrisy.
That you maybe didn't want to do certain stories of a certain ilk.
I'm sick. I don't know what I'm talking about. It was hard to find a real one on my dashboard because now it's all filled with other crap.
Okay, fine. Fair enough.
Okay.
Is that what happens when you do all the fucking Sims ones, Sarah?
Whatever. I like the Sims. I want to do what I like.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
fair.
we have 2 kids. 8 male and 4 female.
Okay.
Our marriage is not great. His mother and sister often give unsolicited advice on my parenting, our marriage, and life in general.
Okay.
That sounds so fun.
This is a great situation to be in, yeah.
It is better in the last few months since I sat down with my husband multiple times. We talked, and this time we listened, so they backed off. Not completely, but it is better.
Oh, okay, well.
In the last few weeks, my husband started mentioning having a 3rd child, which fills me with dread. I love children, always wanted a big family, but it would be too much. I cook, clean, take care of kids, and work part-time from home. He doesn't really help with the house, which I am fine with, nor with the kids, which is a problem. I changed all the diapers, woke up at night, I take care of fevers, doctor appointments, school, playdates, and everything.
My God, yeah.
The mere thought of now going through another pregnancy and taking care of a baby makes me want to cry. I know I would have to do it all practically alone because my husband, quote unquote, provides, and women have been doing it for centuries.
Oh, God.
I should pull my weight and not be spoiled. It all culminated last night.
Not be spoiled?
I think this is English as a second language. So I don't know the culture, but...
Okay, but still.
Yeah.
Even if that's... okay, yeah.
Yeah. It all culminated last night after another of his, quote unquote, I take great care of you and kids... of you and the kids, and we should have a 3rd monologues. I snapped. I told him that he really doesn't. That kids barely know him. When he does come home from work, he doesn't pay attention to them, except to snap on our daughter when she is too loud. He doesn't know anything about our days because he doesn't ask, and I stopped telling him because he wasn't listening anyway. He is not a great father nor a husband, and he likes to preach, and I have no desire to be a single mom of a 3rd child. You are quite enough. Thank you. He stared at me dumbfounded, then called me a C word. Delusional and ungrateful, then stormed out to his mother's house. So am I the asshole?
Yeah, the bar's in fucking hell, isn't it? Holy shit. It's like we're... I mean, to go back on the earlier...
You do not do that.
Yeah, that's...
Do not do that. To your wife.
To your goddamn wife.
The mother of your children.
And yeah. And all while being like, I want another one. When you're not doing jack fucking shit.
So you might be like, Sarah, this is a fucking really serious story. What the hell? This is because I want to read this comment.
Okay.
It's so not bad. It's
first
not bad.
of all, can I give my synopsis of not the asshole?
Oh, yes.
Not the asshole. Sorry, yeah, obviously not the asshole.
Yes. Yeah, obviously. There's no discussion.
Yeah,
that's, yeah. When you call your wife the C word, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
At least. This is a comment. Definitely not the asshole. I do wonder why you stay with him, though. I read this a while back, and honestly, the person who wrote it was correct. What was the biggest shock when you became a lone parent after splitting with your partner? So they're quoting somebody else. I think.
Okay, yeah.
My kids were 3, 6, 9, and 40. Once the 40-year-old moved out, my workload lightened so much, it was stunning. To say that their 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Sure, there were less dishes and laundry and general crap around the house, but the real workload, the telling him what he needed to be doing, following behind him, and then doing it myself anyway, just vanished.
Yeah.
Poof. I didn't have to check to see if he picked up the right kid at the right time Holy shit.
Wow.
The right kid.
The right kid at the right time is wild.
I didn't have to argue over who would stay home with a sick child. I didn't have to remember birthdays and anniversaries on his calendar. All I had to do was everything I had done all along by myself. The biggest change was my mood. I wasn't resentful or angry or making excuses for him anymore. I was just doing what needed to be done without all this extra baggage of trying to quote-unquote teach someone to be an adult or quote-unquote coach a fully grown man into how to take care of things that had to be done to raise a family. The most amazing thing? Every other weekend. I swear to God, I hadn't had 2 days to do whatever I felt like doing, maybe in my life. Maybe, definitely not in 10 years or so. No worries, no listening for crashes or screams, no checking on kids every 10 minutes or cleaning up spilled paint or limping from hidden Legos in the carpet. 2 whole days. The very first weekend he took the kids, he brought them back early Sunday morning looking stressed. Did I have any idea? I told him I might know what it's like. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for over a decade. I knew exactly what it meant to be
exactly, dude.
Responsible for little lives and the things they get into. I yeeted that idea straight into the sun, and he did finally learn how to manage 3 kids for 2 days. And I got blissful, guilt-free silence to have a little slice of life to do absolutely nothing if I wanted. There wasn't milk left out on the counter. There wasn't muddy footprints up the carpeted stairs. There wasn't a leaky ceiling from a tub filled to the brim for ship wars for 2 days every 2 weeks. Best thing ever.
Yeah.
And this is why they want to get rid of no-fault divorce.
Yeah, literally, because...
This is why.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might be like, oh, that sounds like hell. That sounds like entrapment. That sounds like you're trapped. Dang.
Yeah, that's...
Imagine you couldn't divorce your husband.
Who doesn't do jack fucking shit other than quote unquote work a job, and that's the only thing he has to do. Fuck that also. Yeah, that's insane.
And he comes home and he's like, we're going to have another kid.
See, that's why I brought up the fucking I watched that video finally about the the birth rate thing, quote unquote, and like why fucking dumbass white people are like so goddamn worried about it. And it's like it's that thing where it's like, why are we it's the convincing people that already have kids to have more kids, like,
yeah,
is so weird to me, you know? And like
it's trying to indoctrinate them into like this like weird, those are the people they want to reach, or the people that already have kids to become trad wives and have like 6 kids.
Yeah, and like
rather than people that don't, because they know they're not going to reach you.
And you're 100% right about the no-fault divorce. This is why, like, this is a good lesson to learn, everybody, is like why being a supportive partner is important and good, actually, because the consequence of you being such a shitty fucking father is eventually going to be you getting divorced, having custody for 2 days, realizing how bad it is, and then...
And I've given up on the men that, I mean, I don't know, sometimes I think if you're doing this stuff, it's like either you've gotten really lazy or you have some built up resentment that you're not tapping into, like talking about, and you're just like, fuck it, she's gonna, like, in the moment when you're like, do I do the dishes or do I not do the dishes? Fuck it, she's gonna do the dishes. That has to be born from resentment to me. Yeah. That's my point of view. Whether you consciously know that or not.
But yeah, and
then men will be like, no, I just don't want to do the fucking dishes. But it's like, right, but you're just like cool with her doing it?
Yeah. What's going on with that?
What's up with that?
And also the idea of like not learning how to do it and still having to have her do it afterwards, even if you do it.
And then like not communicating it is wild. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, okay, you want there to be a communication. This is my shit. You want there to be a communication problem in your relationship because that's fixable. Hating each other is not fixable.
Yeah.
No, you want to fix the communication. You want the communication problem to be the problem that fixes your marriage because you can actually fix that shit by just fucking talk. It's free. Yeah. You can talk to each other. That's amazing. That's what you want.
Thankfully, at this current moment, it doesn't cost per word to speak out of your goddamn mouth. Yeah.
then you have a great and life is fucking hunky dory, man.
Yeah,
Everything's
nice and dandy,
great.
yeah.
But no, if you genuinely hate your wife, what are you doing, man? You just want her to do everything for you.
Yeah.
Which is wrong.
Absolutely,
yeah. Those are the men that's why I bring this up, and I usually talk about women, because the men that care about their relationships, I mean, unfortunately, at some point they're gonna, unless they didn't wake up and then they're like, oh no, I want Deborah back. I don't know. I don't believe in those guys that they exist, really. I don't, like, when a guy is like, oh man, my wife, I want her back, I don't really believe him. Because it's like, how did you
what happened to
get there?
Yeah.
Well, you just didn't think about it?
Yeah. Although, let's be honest, though, never underestimate someone's stupidity.
I mean, yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
I think I'm just like, I
or
don't know.
lack of emotional intelligence, too, especially with dudes that, like, are told that they don't need to give a fuck about it. Yeah.
That's true. I mean, and it sucks. It's, that's the patriarchy hurting men.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't see the value in me talking to those men. Because it's like, really, it's just therapy, right? You got to do it.
Yeah, you need a professional there. And I'm not a professional.
I'm not going to spend my life being like,
Andrew Tate.
man, this is how you emotionally regulate your emotions, and then having them call me the C word. You know? Like, I'm not going to, that's not what I want my life to be. I'm sorry. I can't do that.
Yeah. Jesus, man. Yeah, I think, God, yeah, we need to keep no-fault divorce forever.
Yes.
Yeah. Christ.
Even if you're not in a marriage like that and you're like, no, I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a fuck.
Well,
think about women that are in that situation.
It's always also so funny that
could
people
be your daughter.
Like, yeah, exactly. And also, who's to say you're not going to get married to someone and then they end up being shitty and then, oh no, the thing that I said I didn't care about actually affects me.
It's crazy how we demonize divorce. It's wild.
Well, have you thought about how
you don't go to heaven?
Yeah, you don't go to, yeah.
I've honestly never thought about, I think the last time I thought about getting into heaven, I think I was 13 years old.
Fair.
Yeah, I think since then I was like, yeah, fuck it, I don't need to.
Purgatory sounds nice. Let's go.
And then I started listening to rock music. That was what it was about. It wasn't about cigarettes or drugs. It was like, or sex. It was just like, yeah, music.
Yeah, music time. Nerd.
And I still played the viola. Like, I still was like a good little Christian girl.
Playing the viola.
I just was like, I'm having bad thoughts. I don't believe God exists. On my viola.
Yeah. Plucking it. Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Solved it?
Solved
Fucking divorce.
Yeah, get a divorce.
Not every day I get to confidently say got to end divorce, but
if your husband comes home and is like, we should have another kid, and that fills you with dread, there's at least a problem. You got a problem.
You got a problem, yeah.
Something's up.